Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land, and welcome to DC Fans United. Today, I am taking a look at Justice League versus the Suicide Squad number 5. Be sure to check out my reviews of issues 1 through 4 in the description box if you haven't watched them already. But first, I have a quick shout out for OutrightGeekery.com. It's a cool website that hosts my videos and lots of other cool videos. I've got a link for them in the description box. So this issue is written by Joshua Williamson. The pencils are by Robson Roca, and Jay Lestine is the inker. The colorist is Alex Sinclair, and the letterer is Rob Lee. And they also did the cover. Now there are 2 variant covers near the end. One is by Amanda Connor and Laura Martin, and the other I'm very excited about is by Andy Kubert and Brad Anderson. So brief warning, this comic is rated teen and has violence. So starting off, the cover, I actually like the main cover better than the last few issues. I think it's a good example of how to do a busy cover. The Justice League, as you can see, their faces are kind of blue now because they've been taken over by Maxwell Lord. And yeah, it's got a lot of colors. I like how Superman is centered and the Suicide Squad is behind them, and they're actually drawn really well. Everything's centered well, and it's really awesome. I like it. So go ahead and start off on the first page. So the Justice League has been taken over by Maxwell Lord, and he has a super powered gem that made him even stronger than he used to be, and that is what allowed him to do this. So he has the Flash dismantle all of the weapons of mass destruction in the world. He has the Green Lanterns put up a barrier that protects the Earth from extraterrestrial invaders. He has Aquaman close down the seaports, and has Wonder Woman capture the Congress and Senate and stuff. He has Cyborg shut down all of the communications and the internet. And then we see a couple of pretty intense pages where Superman smashes into the White House and takes down the president, I assume. We don't see that. We see him knock down a bunch of guards, but then we get this full splash page where Maxwell Lord is in the White House, in the Oval Office there. It's got his feet up. So we get a couple of pages of that, and then we pick up now with Amanda Waller and the Suicide Squad and Batman. So they're still at Belle Reve Penitentiary, and it's all collapsed in. They're working on trying to escape when Superman shows up, and you see him here. His face is all blue because he's being controlled by Maxwell Lord. So we have this kind of cool little scene where Batman pulls out a kryptonite ring, but Superman just doesn't even care. He doesn't care about pain right now because he's been controlled. So he picks up Batman and throws him, and he takes Amanda Waller and leaves. So then we see this full page where Lobo's head is grown back and he sits up. And essentially, the team here comes across Cyborg, who is not fully possessed, so they end up being able to get some good information on him, and they find out what Maxwell Lord is doing and where he's gone to. And we see a couple pages where Amanda Waller is talking to Maxwell Lord in the White House. And those are pretty interesting because they're basically showing Maxwell Lord's going insane. He's losing control of himself. And then we see Batman forms a new Justice League. So it's Lobo plus the Suicide Squad and Batman. And we see that in this full page splash page because they are the ones who haven't been taken over. So they're going to go and try to stop Maxwell Lord and free the League. And we see all the chaos that's going on that's been caused by what Maxwell Lord has done by overthrowing the government and everything. And he's delusional, so Amanda Waller slaps him and shows him, and he finally realizes what has happened, and he is really upset, but there's not much he can do at this point. And then we see this really awesome page. I'll actually probably like this page more than any of the others, and it's the new so-called Justice League, and they're saving some people from the mob, and they run up to the White House, and we see a transformation taking place in Maxwell Lord, and he slowly turns into Eclipso. So then we have a couple of cool variant covers. The first one's by Connor, and yeah, it looks pretty good. And then we have this one here by Andy Kubert. and I really like this one. You can tell it's drawn very well, and of course he's a master artist, very famous. So that's my review of Justice League versus the Suicide Squad number 5. There's one more issue after this one. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of it, if you liked it, if you've been reading this series, and anything else. So that's all for now, and if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe.
End of line.